First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakal Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to Akaminu, Aqua, that believe in all sincerity. So as you see here, the title of this article, Israel set to host Middle East largest Pride Festival. It says Israel will host the Middle East's largest ever LGBTPRS festival in the summer, with organizers planning to build a veritable Pride city at the Dead Sea. The new Pride Land Festival will transform a section of the Judean desert into a party destination with 15 hotels and beach complexes, plus parties and performances running around the clock, the Jerusalem Post reported. The festival is slated to start on June 1st and run for 4 days, serving as the largest such event ever held in the Middle East. Aaron Cohen, the main producer and initiator of the festival, said Pride Land will be the biggest undertaking for Israel's LGBT community, much larger than the annual parade held in Tel Aviv. To take an investment of millions, purchase entire hotels for 4 days to build a city from scratch in the middle of the desert, Cohen told J-Post. It's an experience that lives 24/7, from quiet visits to nights of pride, with the living envelope of music and people, he added. While the parties are the biggest draw for the festival, Cohen said there will also be dedicated space for families and children to enjoy scenic views, along with cultural events and workshops. The ultimate goal of the festival is to create a multi-generational pride city to unite locals and tourists. The festival is also set to highlight the Dead Sea as a key gateway for visitors, organizers said. The promotion for the festival comes at a rough time for tourism in Israel, which has suffered due to its ongoing conflict with Iran and its terror proxy Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon. So there you go. That's what's going on in the land. Okay. The event is set to draw a bigger crowd than the annual Pride Parade in Tel Aviv. You see, so it's going to be bigger than the Pride Parade in Tel Aviv. That's foretelling, And it's going to be short. It's not going to be too long, but I want to get this in Psalm 79. This is a lament over the destruction of Jerusalem and a prayer for help. A psalm of Asaph. O Most High, the heathen are coming to inheritance. The holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. Okay, now I looked up where is that? The Dead Sea. I looked up the Dead Sea, okay? And there you see it onto your right. They're going to be, and that's, associated with the land of Israel. So right here where it says the heathen are coming to an inheritance, I looked at this word inheritance as well, because it's in the land, no doubt. Nachala.
Strong's H 5159. Nachala.
It says possession, property, inherit, heritage, property, portion, share, inheritance, portion. What does it say here? Strong's definition: occupancy. Concretely, an heirloom, generally an estate. Okay, so the heathen are coming to the estate. Okay, they're in the land. Okay, the holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. Now, we know Jerusalem is not by the Dead Sea, but nonetheless, the scriptures speak about the heathen defiling the temple. says here, we are becoming a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are around about us, right? And so, the land of Israel has become a reproach, okay, to those heathen that are occupying it around, because ultimately they know, all right, that they're not the true Israelites. A scorn and derision to them that are round about us. Okay, now, we just read that, what does it say here? Let's read this right at the bottom. It says here, let's see. Wow, I'm trying to get this out the way. The promotion for the festival comes at a rough time for tourism in Israel, which has suffered due to its ongoing conflict with Iran and its terror proxy Hezbollah in neighboring Lebanon, right? And the Iranians and the Lebanese, okay, are taunting the small hats, okay? And they know they don't belong in Israel. So the neighbors, we are becoming a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn, a derision to them that are round about us. Yeah, people are over there talking bad about the land, talking bad about the occupants, okay, because they're not the true Israelites. All right, look at what they're doing. This is Ezekiel 7:20. It says, the temple profaned. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations and of the detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them, and I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. Okay? Israel's polluted. The wicked of the earth. It's been given to them for a prey and for a spoil. They're plundering the land, building hotels, just running amok. Okay, it's been given to the hands of strangers. Again, it says the temple, but we know that the land is what? It's inheritance. It's property. It's supposed to be occupied by the true Israelites. All right. It tells you in Isaiah, okay, that Mount Zion, the people are going to come to worship in Mount Zion, when, at the second coming. Okay. But right now, it is given to the hands of strangers. This is prophecy for a prey and for the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. Yeah.
Strong's H 2490. Halal. Halal.
To profane, defile, pollute, desecrate, begin to profane oneself, defile oneself. What does it say here? Ritually, sexually. You see that? To be polluted, be defiled. To profane, make common, defile, pollute, to violate the honor of dishonor, to violate a covenant treat as common. All right, you see that? It says ritually and sexually. Okay? And I don't got to go into the scriptures. We already know what the Most High thinks about moles. Look at this. Look at, to build a literal pride city by the Dead Sea for the 4-day festival. Wicked. Look at. Largest pride festival in the Middle East. Yeah, being profaned, right? Polluted. This is my face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robber shall enter into it and defile it. Excuse me. Let's NLT, I will turn my eyes from them as these robbers invade and defile my treasure land. You see, what does it say in the CSB? I will turn my face from them as they profane my treasured place. All right? The scripture, what does it say? A secret place? Right. The scriptures speak about Psalms 83 that there's a conspiracy against the hidden ones. Okay, who are the hidden ones? The Israelites. Okay, the world does not know that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that they truly pertain to that land, that secret place. All right, it's real secret. The real inhabitants that belong there. Right, that's the spirit. What does it say here? To be hidden, be stored up, to hide from discovery. You see that? So the Lord has turning His face from now. He's letting this happen. This is prophecy, man. It says, "For the robber shall enter and to defile it." And what does Scripture say? The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Let's get this word robbers.
Strong's H 6530. Paritz. Paritz.
Parayats. I want to say, could be wrong. It says, don't quote me. Violent one, breaker, robber, murderer. Yeah, Esau, Edom. Excuse me. People walking by. For the robber shall enter and to defile it. Yeah, so there are. Who's that? Esau, Edom. You got Amalek all in the land. All right. This is Luke 21:24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. All right. It's speaking about the Roman persecution, 70 AD. It says, all Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. They will be killed by the sword and sent away as captives to all the nations of the world, and Jerusalem will be trampled down by the Gentiles until the period of the Gentiles comes to an end. So, these, this war going on between, the Palestinians and the Israelites. Okay, this is prophecy. Okay, this is showing you that because Jerusalem is the city of peace. All right, so, there's no peace because the true inhabitants are not there. We bring this out all the time. All right. But, was prophesied by Yahweh Shai that the stones would be tore down. Okay. And ultimately no Jews were allowed to enter into in Jerusalem. All right. Because it was occupied by Rome. Okay, and shall be led away captive into all nations, right? And that's why you see the Israelites that were spread throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, they went into captivity, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So that time is almost coming to an end. Okay, now let's get one more. Joel. 16 it says, Yahweh also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens of the earth shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall you know that I am Yahweh, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Right, which is going to be where? It's going to be in Israel. Okay. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. You see.
Strong's H 2114. Zur.
Stranger. Another stranger, foreigner, an enemy. You see, no more enemies are going to pass through her. You got all kinds of people up in there. Get all these heathen the hell out. Well, that's what's going to ultimately happen. Isaiah 52, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Okay? Meaning there's not going to be no more heathen. Okay? There's not going to be no more profane individuals, profane feasts and things of that nature as we see. And a highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness, and unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those, the wayfaring men, though fools shall not enter therein. Okay, so fools shall not enter in there no more. Whatever's coming and going from the land is going to be righteousness. It's going to be the forces of the Gentiles. Ain't nothing but jewels and resources, battlements, all everything that they stole is gonna there's gonna be a highway. The gate's gonna be open to the kingdom. All right. This is wayfaring men.
Strong's H 1980. Halach. Halach. And the
Wait, let's get this in the Salat. And a great road will go through that once desert land. It will be named the highway of holiness. Evil-minded people will never travel on it. It will be only those who walk in the Most High's ways. Fools will never walk there. You see? Evil men, fools are never going to be there no more. Okay? So, as you see, look at this. Yeah, you know there's the people of the Lord there. That would never be allowed. So, Lord willing, you are edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you, Aqua, they believe in all sincerity. Shalom.